Hey, what's up? This is Valentino from Of Mice and Men, and you're listening to the Hot and Heavy Show.
So, from what I can see, you guys are currently getting ready for, I think, Warp Tour next week.
Yep.
And then after that, jumping off to Europe as well, which is very exciting. Are you excited to play some of the new material on those tours as well and get some new stuff in rotation?
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. That's kind of the most fun part about getting and debuting the new album is getting to play it live and see how see how it works live. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we write songs in rooms like this,
Hmm.
and to then take it to the stage and see how it connects with the audience is such an awesome experience. And we really pride ourselves on our live show, so it's like really fun to get to bring that energy to the stage
Hmm.
and see how crazy it gets. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the fun part of this music is it's a very interactive style of music.
Hmm.
So it's fun to kind of see which one gets the mosh pit going and which one
Yeah.
gets the crowd surfers popping and which one gets the sing-alongs happening. Like it's just fun. It's a very synergetic energy that when the crowd is excited, we get amped up and we get more
Mhm.
excited and then they get more excited and then it just becomes this incredible experience for all of us.
Absolutely. No, it's so good. And just that energy of like hearing, like you don't know how that's going to be received, and then hearing that feedback like live when you're doing it, it's just like, oh, it's yeah, no, it's incredible. It's such a good
Yeah, man,
feeling.
absolutely.
That's so good. That's so good. And for the tour as well, do you have any like go-to tour items or anything that's like your bread and butter on the road that you're like, man, this is what gets me through the day to day or anything like what's your items you go to?
I mean, much like anybody, my phone being
Yeah.
connected to not only to where I currently am, like maps, but also
Mhm.
to my home and to my family here at home.
Yep.
Um, what else? I guess a happycow.com. I'm a
Yep.
touring vegan, so I love finding and trying new vegan restaurants or places that have vegan items on the
Yep.
menu.
I love that.
What else? Sunscreen, like
Yeah.
we're not getting any younger. We got to protect ourselves from the ultraviolet rays from the sun.
It's one of the underrated
Um,
picks, I think. Like people go, oh yeah, yeah, whatever, but like
yeah,
trust.
yeah, for sure. What else? I don't know. Much like anybody, like we're just my drumsticks. I don't know, like my
Yeah.
drums. I need those.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty simple when it comes to that. I try not to overcomplicate things. Usually I bring too many clothes. I overpack.
Yep.
But I don't know. I also try and uh, stay present when I'm touring and in those places. Try to experience some of the culture when I have time, and also try and rest as much as possible because
Yeah.
a lot of the touring schedule can get um, very busy, so it's kind of like choosing your moments of when to go out with the boys or when to call it a night early and
Yeah.
get a couple extra hours of sleep or stuff like that. And that's probably a pretty boring answer, but we're getting older, and when other people get older, they will realize that that's what you need to do. It's all about taking care of your own self health and your mental health too. So kind of like doing things throughout the day that let you kind of protect your energy. Something I really like to do at a lot of these shows when we're playing in the city centers. I love to go to record stores and I love to
Yes.
check out local record stores, spend some time thumbing through albums and buying ones that speak to me if for some reason, sometimes artists I've never heard, sometimes um limited releases that are in these
Mhm.
mom and pop shops. I grew up spending a lot of time in secondhand music stores
Mhm.
and record shops. So I love finding stuff like that and trying to immerse myself in finding things like that that I wouldn't be able to find. Also, I think this time around I'm going to try and go into some thrift stores, find some
Yes.
clothes and secondhand t-shirts and stuff that kind of like you can only find in those areas. To me,
I
that's kind
love
of
it.
fun. Or trinkets or
Mhm.
little things like that that kind of take you out of the element, but not only let you find and kind of experience a different energy, but also supporting small businesses, I think is really important in a time of capitalism and consumerism and
Mhm.
just commercials being crammed down your throat. Go into a mom and pop shop and spend $20 or $50 where it makes a difference,
Absolutely.
big companies and stuff, they don't care about you as a customer, but a small mom and pop shop like that, they do, and find local artists and support local art. And I love seeing all the buskers too in a lot of the city centers, and I'll always request a song or hang out for a song or two or grab some food and sit
Mhm.
outside and just enjoy the vibes of everywhere. And Australia is one of our absolute most favorite places to visit,
Mhm.
and there's so much of that, like that we just love it every time we get to go there.
Yeah, it's one of the best parts, I think, of touring to a bunch of different places, like seeing different parts of the world is like the cultures and like what
Yeah.
you can find in all little nooks of the world. And like you go to the same place twice and you'll find like if you're looking for it, you'll find something new. As you said, like, the mum and pop shops where yeah, you find those little trinkets, you find those little that's my favorite like genre of clothes I want to say is like the ones in the thrift
Yeah.
shops and like those little trinkets and like those, as you said, the things that you can't find anywhere else. And like, I think those things are truly special, rather than, buying from a big brand or like going and getting
Yeah,
your,
dude.
your
I
Adidas, whatever. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
totally
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
And what's crazy is good good energy is transferred that way too. And I think that
Hmm.
there's a lot of importance in being mindful about your purchases on stuff like that and donating and helping people in that way
Hmm.
and giving your clothes and things a new life, and in an era where everything is just so immediate and so like um wasteful, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, and
absolutely.
not that I'm just some be all end all like person that, oh, I don't waste. Like, of course we're humans, we're wasteful.
Yeah, yeah.
But if there's ways that we can be more mindful about how we consume, how we support businesses, what we choose to spend our money on, things like that, I think it's as I get older, I realize how important that is. And that's
Hmm.
something that I, try and do when I can. And when I get to go visit these places that when I first went there, it was a lot different, but we've been touring I mean, I've been on tour for over 20 years.
Yeah.
So at this point, how do I go to these cities and do something new? Well, I
Yeah.
try and find places that I've never been before. And I
Yeah.
try and immerse myself in not only the culture, but the people that make these cities special and what they are. And
Yeah.
and yeah, so we're really looking forward to coming out there. I'm already
Yeah.
like starting to make my list of places to hit, and I'll check it out like on Google Maps or Yelp or Happy Cow or like all these different spots that I'll try new places and Uber around to them or grab a bike and bike or walk or just anything. Just try and get out when I can and
Yeah.
enjoy my time doing these things, because it is really such a privilege to get to travel to different cities and play music for people that want to hear your band. Like, that's just,
Yeah.
I can't even believe it, dude. Like,
It's
pinch
so
me.
cool.
You know what I mean? Like, I just I feel so fortunate to get to do that. And it's really because our fans, there is a demand for the band. And
Mhm.
I myself and the guys in the band, we're just so grateful that we've been able to create this community with our fans
Mhm.
that want us out in their cities and to
Yeah.
play the beautiful country of Australia.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things. It's like, as you said, like it's like pinch me. It's so surreal, and it's like, but that's what the connection of like the music you guys have created over, the last few decades now. Like it's really, yeah, like made an impact. Like I've been like for me, I've been listening to you guys since what I was 12 or 13. It's been a hot
Wow.
minute. So,
Yeah, I love that, man. Thank you so
yeah, but
much, dude. That means a lot. I
yeah.
appreciate you still supporting and taking the time to interview me. It's great.
Yeah, no, of course, thank you. It's a pleasure. Like seriously, yeah, still for me right now, pinch me.
Awesome,
um,
dude.
but yeah, so you're coming back to Australia, as you said, next year in May, which is very exciting. I saw that lineup with Crystal Lake as well. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, we're
So
stoked, man. We've been wanting
yeah,
to tour with them for a hot minute.
yeah,
So we're excited that we were able to connect on this. And I
hmm
mean, the show, you already know these shows are going to be absolutely bananas, dude.
yeah,
Like the energy is going to be nonstop all night. And we're just so excited to get to rip these stages together with them. And
mhm,
yeah, man, it's going to be awesome. It's definitely something people aren't going to want to miss. So get those
absolutely.
tickets now. Let's sell these
Yes.
shows out. Bigger
Let's
rooms next
go.
time, more people.
Mhm.
Let's have some fun, baby.
Absolutely. As well with the new record, is there any songs in particular that you're excited to play live while you're down here? I know obviously the album's not fully out just yet, but is there anything released or unreleased that you're keen to jump on and play?
Um, I don't know. It just kind of depends. Like
Yeah.
we'll kind of see. Well, it'll have some time to see what connects. Nowadays, there's metrics on being able to look and see what the
Yeah.
people of Australia are listening to from our catalog. So,
Yeah.
we're actually really excited to take a look into that
Hmm.
before we come out there and see what new songs. Obviously, we have such a deep discography of music, and we've already seen a lot of what songs are people's favorites. So we're definitely going to be bringing everyone's favorites to the
Yep.
stage. We're going to be bringing some of our favorites as well, because we give some for them, we take some for us.
Yep.
And then the new songs will be kind of like what everyone's kind of vibing with, and maybe some songs that we're really vibing with too, man. It's
Yeah.
hard to say. We try not to overthink it. It is, like I said, quite some time away, so we'll have some time to really kind of
Yeah.
see what we're vibing with, and what's been kind of working live. Because that's the other thing too, is the live element is
Mm-hmm.
totally different from the recorded element. What you're listening to in
Mm-hmm.
your car is going to be totally different than what you're hearing in a big room like that, or in a
Yeah.
sweaty rock club. You know what I mean? So it's kind of the fun of getting to figure that out.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the album as well, in terms of like I love how the album looks already, like musically, like aesthetically, lyrically. There's a lot of really cool things going on there as well. Can you tell me a little bit about we'll start off with like lyrically, there's some really cool lines in there with like invisible hands tipping the scales I can't see. We've forgotten how to dream. Like there's a lot of really cool like elements to it lyrically.
Yeah.
How does what sort of inspired these sort of lines in this record as well?
Man, I gotta sing all of Aaron's praises, man. He's seriously my favorite vocalist, my favorite
Mhm.
lyricist. He's so intelligent and just um he's just so damn good, dude. Like
Mhm.
his melodies and his lyrics and I'm like such a fan. I'm a fan of our band. Like I love our band.
I
I
love that.
love the music we make. Of My Cement is my number one most listened to band on Spotify. I love our
That's it.
music.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of what has been written lyrically, especially on this album, are experiences that we've all experienced either together or in our lives, individually, that Aaron is just such a wordsmith with how he's able to write these experiences and tell these stories that are not just about himself, but about us and about just kind of the human experience and these feelings that not many people can put into words. He somehow finds a way to do that. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
and I think that's something that's cool about, and I really appreciate about this style of music, is that it does talk about real shit, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like life
Hmm.
and pain and happiness and everything in between, And I think it's worth it to discuss that, because it's that communicating all of those feelings, I think, is something that us as humans have a hard time doing, and are really being like told kind of not to,
Yeah.
and like you're just supposed to like go to your job every day and do things that you don't want to do and just kind of suck it up and pay bills and deal with a bunch of bullshit. And really, like, life is difficult and there is a lot of challenges that we face in life that I think music helps us with that. And it allows us an outlet as musicians to create, but also we started and continue to be fans of music.
Yeah.
So we understand it from both sides. And I think our favorite bands have always continued that conversation and had that conversation with us as fans. So we try and make sure that we're having that conversation with our audience and
Hmm.
with each other to then let other people know that, like, you're not alone. You're not the only one that feels this. Like, it is something that is a communal feeling
Hmm.
that maybe it helps somebody or maybe it doesn't,
Yeah.
maybe that's too deep. Maybe some people don't even listen to it and get that. And that's
Mm.
totally fine. But if it does connect with somebody on a deeper way, that is just something that's just shows the power of music and how important that is. And it's only as important as you make it. To some people,
Mm.
it's a soundtrack to cleaning their house. But to others, it's a soundtrack to their life that reminds
Mm.
them of beautiful moments or painful moments that
Mm.
can help us heal with all that. And I think that that's just an important side of music that it's there if you care to let it into your life, that way. And I think we've all let it into our lives that way, probably yourself included. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, we're all of us here that love music, from being journalists to musicians to concert goers to record store enthusiasts to collectors to all that, like, there's something about music that we cannot get enough of. And I think it's in Of Mice and Men, we're all of those things.
Mm.
And so we try and share that with people that will listen. And I think our fans know and love that about us. And we love and appreciate that about them too, that we can have this community that we built over 16 years that continues to carry that conversation with us.
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite things just about music in general is it's so open to like interpretation for each person.
Totally.
Like you write something with a certain thing in mind. And as you said, some person it could just be their cleaning playlist, or other people it's like, damn, like that really like said something within me. Like, and that's I love it. I could talk about it all day. It's so
Yeah, man. Same,
but it's
same.
so good. I love it. And in terms of the songwriting and stuff as well. Like obviously you mentioned lyrically, like Aaron is a very big part of that as well. Do you guys sort of, sit together and sort of hash out the ideas in person in a room together? Or, you have some people bring in, hey, I had this cool idea instrumentally or lyrically, and you sort of like throw things back and forth. Like how does that sort of process work for you guys as well?
Yeah, I mean, it used to be in a room. Like, now we'll do it like on the tour bus or whenever we get together. We all live in different areas of California now,
Yeah.
so we don't get to get together physically. But over the last about 6 years since the COVID lockdown, we started using Zoom and
Yep.
Microsoft Teams and Google Meet and using online hangouts where we share our screens and we share the music that we're creating and we share the music that is inspiring us, and we kind of hang out using technology now.
Yep.
And that's kind of the way, well, that's exactly the way that we've created our last three albums, starting
Yep.
with Echo,
Yep.
continuing to Tether, and now doing Another Miracle. Those are made remotely using chat video chat rooms just like this to
Yep.
share ideas and hang out and to connect
I
and
love that.
communicate with each other. And at first it was hard, but now
Mhm.
it's a lot easier. And we have quite a few different workflows for however ideas come into play. And if somebody has an idea, we'll listen to it on their computer and then share it through Dropbox and then and listen to it through audio movers. And we all use the same Apple computers, so
Yep.
we're all running the same program, so we could just file share with each other and it's there in an
That's
instant and we
so
can
good.
mess with it immediately. And in some instances it might almost be more difficult to have that workflow in a studio
Yeah.
because there is only one desk, there is
Hmm.
only one computer, like, and now there can be four and everyone can have their instruments and everything. So I don't know, man, it's cool. And like, we're nerds when it comes to music and
Yep.
this journey as a musician. We love learning new things and trying new instruments and getting new software and geeking out over new plugins, and a new drum plugin just dropped. I can't wait to plug in my E-kit and jam on it and see what ideas
Hmm.
shake loose. And that can be it, you can use these tools to be as creative as you want.
Yeah.
And of course there's something to be said about the traditional way of getting four musicians in a box together in a room, sweating it out, jamming really loud and making noise and having fun. But then I think there's another way of taking time and utilizing technology and doing things in a different way that yields different results. And I think that after making six albums with producers and carving out 3 months of time or less than that or more than that sometimes, and now our albums are always we're always working on them until they have to be turned in, until the deadline.
Yeah.
Usually it was like, oh well, we're done at the studio, that means we're done with the album. We're never done at the studio because I could just pick this up right now and keep writing,
Yeah.
or I
Yep.
can go over to my drum set right here and I could just track drums like right away.
Hmm.
And so having these things within arm's reach allows more creativity and to have that stream of consciousness writing that I think our band enjoys, because that's how we've done things on our
Hmm.
own for a long time. And now that we're able to connect and collaborate with each other, and we all kind of speak the same musical language too. We all pretty much like the same stuff. And granted, we all have our own musical taste and
Yep.
things that excite us. But when it comes to writing songs for Of Mice and Men, we kind of know what's going to sound good for us and what Aaron is going to sound good singing, and what he's going to, what Alan's going to love playing guitar and Phil's going to love playing guitar. And you know what I mean? Like, because we
Yep.
have so much experience and practice doing that, that just comes with time and experience.
Yep.
So yeah, man, it's a cool workflow that we have now that I think is very creativity centric,
Yep.
where it never shuts off. Like, we're already writing the next album. Like, it's not an album, but like there's already music being written. And that's
Yeah.
just kind of how we always work, is we never set aside time to be like, okay, we're going to write the new album now. It starts today. Like, it
Yep.
started during the last album, during 3 albums ago. Like we
Yeah.
have so many demos, we have so much stuff that we'll open up a folder from 3 years ago. Hey, does any of this resonate with anybody? No, it all sucks. Okay, yeah, let's move on. Like, let's write new stuff. Or but sometimes there's something in there that's like, holy shit, I forgot about this. There's
Hmm.
something here, like, and so that creative conversation is kind of always going. And that doesn't come naturally. That's not something that
No, yeah.
one day we just wake up and it's like that. It takes effort and challenges, but it's kind of fun, and that's part of the journey of being a musician and figuring out ways to make this happen, all the while life happening in the background or in the
Yeah.
foreground. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's all different. So we just try and make it work how we can and keep the creativity open as much as possible. And that would not be possible without the support of our fans. They really allow us to focus on writing the best music we can and
Hmm.
making these albums. And it's because they're listening to it, they're buying it, they're coming out
Hmm.
to the shows. That affords us the ability to be able to continue to make these albums.
Hmm.
And I mean, we would do it if nobody was listening, because we love music. But the fact that people are allows us to really, really focus on it and have it be the main part of our life,
Hmm.
and being able to use our life experiences to influence and inspire our music, as well as our audience and the live show too.
Yeah, and I love that you guys have the opportunity from everything you've built with the fans and with your music and everything that you can just have that creativity flow and just sit down and go, oh, I have some ideas today, or oh no, I'm going to leave it today. We'll come back to that in a week, creative block or whatever it might be. But you have that freedom to just that creative freedom to just sit there and bounce ideas, and it's not, as you said, time limited. It's not,
Yeah, totally.
have it ready by
And
this
it's crazy
day. Yeah,
because where technology is now, you don't need $1 million recording studios, man. We have $1,000 computer. Like that's
yeah,
it. A Mac Mini M1
yeah.
from 2020. That's what we all use. It's cheap. It's
Hell
easy.
yeah. Yeah.
It's how you use these tools, and everyone can have the tools but use them in a different way. And I think
Mhm.
that with practice and effort, you're able to create things. Dude, Billie Eilish makes platinum albums in her bedroom with,
Yeah.
like with a couple $100 mics and whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's all how you use it, and it's what's up here, and it's what you develop up here
Mhm.
is that's the most important part. And
Yeah.
all it takes is just a bunch of practice to get that out, and it takes a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
And if you have a good sounding board to share the music with your friends, your family, your bandmates, and people that are honest with you, you will
Mhm.
develop those skills in time. And you just have to have the patience and know that you're going to get there someday. And I
Yeah.
feel like we all believed that and worked towards that. And in my mind, there's no question why we're here, like,
Yeah.
because that's something that we continue to develop, and that the journey is is fun, and we
Yeah.
enjoy it, and we have fun making music. And that's why we're able to be on our ninth album and have this conversation with our audience that resonates with them with every album that we make, because we're writing it from our hearts, from what we experience, sharing that with other people, and they feel that same way too. And I think that that's the power of music, and that's the beauty of music. And yeah, man, we're so excited to get to go and share this new album. Another
Yeah.
Miracle comes out next week. 12 songs, all killer, no filler. It's I don't know, I can't wait. It's been a long time coming. We turned this
Yeah.
album in at the beginning of the year. So the fact that it's
Oh,
coming
heck.
in at the end of the year, we're we're ecstatic.
Yeah, so keen to get this out, so keen to share it with everybody, and just yeah, the songs you've released so far have just been insane. As I said, I love this album already, and it's still a week away, but man, I'm like everything I've seen so far, I'm like, oh, I'm so just pumped. I'm so pumped. I'm excited to have you guys back here
Thank you
and
so much.
as
Well,
well.
there's so much good stuff. We had such a hard time choosing the singles, and
Mhm.
every track is a banger, man. Like we're
Yeah,
really excited. We can't wait for everyone to hear it,
yeah,
enjoy it front to back, listen to it on there, pick it up on vinyl. And yeah, man,
absolutely.
we appreciate everyone that tuned in, and thank you so much for your time
Yeah, of
interviewing
course.
us. We can't wait to get out there, and hopefully you can make it out to the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be there. One way or another, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll try be getting like a photo pass or something, take some photos or something. But
Sure, yeah, reach
yeah,
out to our
absolutely.
press and get that photo pass, man. We'd love to see
Yeah,
the photos.
hell yeah, I'll send them your way when they get through. But yeah.